We just got back from a 7-day Alaskan cruise and we decided not to fly home straight away. We wanted to stay and enjoy a fun day in Seattle. I've got a friend here. We're going to meet up with her. We've been to Seattle once before and there's still some things left on our bucket list. So we're going to do a little bit of that today, a little bit of exploring and just some hanging out. So I want to bring you with me on my 24 hours in Seattle trip. If you've already been subscribed, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Sahara, the borderline millennial. I'm on a journey to creating a cozier, more intentional life in my 30s, one hobby, one moment, and one memory at a time. And I want to bring you all with me. And in today's video, we're just going to be hanging out in Seattle just for 24 hours before we head back home after taking a 7-day Alaskan cruise. It's currently 9:30 a.m. Our ship got here at around 7-ish. We got off the boat around 8:30, so we've been in Seattle just for a couple of hours at this point, but we do have some fun things in store for today. We're going to be meeting up with one of my best friends, Ambika. She currently lives in Seattle, and she's been living here for the last few years, and so she's going to take us around to see some sights. We have I say we, as in me and my husband, because he's here with me. But we've been to Seattle once before. We were here for a long weekend for a friend's trip in the fall. So we've done a lot of the main things that you typically do in Seattle. We've gone to Pike's Place Market. We've done the Seattle Space Needle, both during the day and in the evening. We've done like a harbor cruise and walked along the pier and stuff like that. So we probably won't be doing too much of the standard Seattle visitation things. We've gone to some museums as well, like the Chihuly Gardens, so we've already done that. So for this 24 hours, we just want to do a couple of things that we haven't had the chance to do, maybe some things that are seasonal, and maybe just a couple of things that my friend just recommends us doing as somebody who's kind of a local now. So the number one thing that we want to do today is actually going to the Seattle Zoo. I don't know if it's actually called the Seattle Zoo, but basically the zoo that's of this region. We love visiting zoos and we just want to check it out. It's actually a beautifully sunny day. There's a couple of clouds in the sky, but it's really nice. So I'm not anticipating having too bad weather. So that means a trip to the zoo might be perfect. And Bika has some really good ideas of some other things we can do, like going to the University of Washington campus because the cherry blossoms are in full bloom, and a bunch of other things that I feel like you might only typically do on a second or third trip to Seattle. So if you've been to Seattle before, or if you've never even been to Seattle, I hope that some of the things that we're doing today give you some inspiration for some non-typical things that you can do while visiting Seattle. I haven't done any of these things that we're about to be doing today, so I can't tell you right now if they are good or fun to do, but we're going to go on this journey together, testing out some new stuff, going to some new places, and just enjoying 24 hours in Seattle. So we're going to grab some breakfast, and then we're going to go ahead and get this day started, meet up with Ambika, and have some fun. So let's explore Seattle together. I just touched up my hair because I realized I had so many like little flyaways and I forgot to pack my edge control, but whatever. I wanted to also give a quick shout out to the Courtyard here. It's the Courtyard Marriott. This is our Judah. If you haven't met my husband yet, this is my husband. But we're staying at the Courtyard Marriott, Seattle downtown / Pioneer Square, and we got to the hotel at like 9:15 a.m. Our check-in time isn't until 3 p.m., but they were like, oh, you know what? We've got your room ready. Why don't you just come on in? And like, we got checked in early. There was no extra early like check-in fees or anything like that. And I'm so happy because we were just going to leave our luggage here and then, just go hang out and it's fine. But it's nice to actually have the room already and we just get to check in, leave our bags safe in the room, and just kind of get a little bit settled before it's time to go hang out with my friends. So I just want to give a quick shout out to the Courtyard Marriott here because y'all are awesome. Thank you for getting us into the room. We are Marriott card holders, we are Marriott Gold Elite, and we are Marriott people. This is why I love Marriott. Okay, little Marriott break done. Let's go have some breakfast. Firecracker. This is a tree, guys.
No, this is a paddle pond.
This is. We just finished the Woodland Park Zoo. Did you like it?
So much fun.
Arjuna?
Maybe best zoo I've ever been to.
Whoa! High praise. We have been to a lot of zoos. We've been to like, we do. We have like Denver, Sacramento, Palm Springs, Big Bear, the little Big Bear Zoo where it's just bears. It's really cute, actually.
We went to that one.
Yeah, we went that for my birthday. Yeah. And then
was
now, maybe zoos are just like my birthday thing now. Because we're like 2 days from my birthday. Yeah, zoo's on my birthday.
It's in the month of May.
Yeah, but this was nice. I like this zoo. There were a lot of odd pockets of no animals, and it didn't loop. Yeah, it was a lot of like dead ends, but that's okay because it looked beautiful. It seemed like the animals that we did see were happy, and it was huge. It was just massive. So
In the middle of the city, too.
yeah, in the middle of Seattle. So I don't know, 10 out of 10. I thought it was great. And they had Dippin' Dots. And honestly, you can never go wrong when zoos have Dippin' Dots. That's a staple.
Lactated.
Yeah, bring your lactate if you're going to do the Dippin' Dots. But yeah, so now we are on our way to PCC Market, a little Seattle insider. A Seattle insider to grab some lunch at the hot food bar and get a delicious chocolate chip cookie, so we're told. And then we're going to go to a nice viewpoint that Ambika's going to take us to. So yeah, we're going to do that right now and just really enjoy this incredibly beautiful spring day in Seattle. It is a perfect day. Yeah, for sure. This is gorgeous. Happy. Ambika, you look so nice. Arjuna, so handsome. Oh, you look so nice in this one. Yeah. Quack, quack. Alright guys, we are back in college. Just kidding. We are at the University of Washington exploring their beautiful campus, and Bika said it is nice here. They have a library here that's supposed to feel like Hogwarts, and it's honestly just like so beautiful. Oh yeah, the cherry blossoms are on the ground. There's not a full bloom of cherry blossoms. That's okay, because look at this view. Hold on. Wow. It's a beautiful college campus. It reminds me of UCLA.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a little duck ramp for the ducks to get into the water. Me and my friends were like, hey, let's go into the library. And we'll just like go there and knit.
Like the lion, like the gargoyles.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Look at the milk, the chocolate pull on that guy.
Okay, I'll grab a piece.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh dang.
And there's nuts in here, so
That's fine.
This one, I feel like the rating is different because it's hot, right?
Yeah.
So
And it's like a different kind of cookie.
yeah. But it is the cookie.
Oh, nice cookie. I'm a mess.
Yeah, this is a full meal.
Yeah.
But if the other cookies like a compliment, an end to your meal,
Mm-hmm.
this is the meal.
This is a meal.
Mhm.
It's hearty.
Yeah.
It's half baked.
That was a nice cookie.
There's nuts in there, so you got some protein, I guess.
1 gram.
Covered in chocolate.
I
Yeah,
have
I'm
Chipotle
sorry.
napkins. I got you. Don't worry.
I'm sorry if I got any chocolate in your car.
That's fine.
Too. May I have one as well?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Two excellent cookies.
Good job. Yay. Okay. My book pick today, The Graveyard Shift by Maria Lewis. So she's the host of a late night radio show where she and her loyal listeners celebrate the sounds of cult cinema. But someone calls in, gets murdered live on air, and she's freaked out, but they need to figure out what happened and try to solve that mystery. So that's the book that I think I'm going to get today here at Elliot's Books. Yeah, it is chilly. Perfect time for ice cream. Cause we can. Why are you crying? Is it the ice cream?
No, I think it's like an underlying emotional response.
Good morning once again from Seattle, Washington. Our 24 hours here are just about over, and we had a really fun, kind of a locals day yesterday. I know I wasn't talking on camera too much yesterday, so I wanted to just give you a quick rundown of our 24 hours here in Seattle. So one thing about me is I'm going to try and bring the sunshine wherever I go, and this trip to Seattle definitely got the sunshine. We had like the most beautiful weather while we were here. I mean, even this morning, the sun is shining. The skies are absolutely clear. Let me just show you how beautiful the view is right now. Look at that. It's a clear day. You can see the mountains all the way over there. Let me show you. Yeah, you see the mountains right there? It's just stunning. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, our day started yesterday morning at the zoo, which you saw. I chatted to you a little bit about that. That was a really great time. We had so much fun. And then after that, we were hungry. And so one of my friends, Ambika, who you saw in all the video from yesterday, Ambika's her name, she took us to one of her favorite supermarkets where we got some food from the hot bar. It's kind of similar to a Whole Foods. It's called PCC Market in the Green Lake area. I believe it's Green Lake area that she took us to. It's an area where she used to live, and it's kind of like her ideal place of living there, and I can totally see why. Green Lake was such a beautiful location, such a beautiful neighborhood. I could see myself moving there if I felt like I wanted to move to Seattle. It was just so gorgeous, so stunning. It was literally a green lake. It had a beautiful, huge park and an amazing area with the lake where people were paddle boating. They were on there like standing paddle boards, paddle boats, like all that kind of fun stuff. There were ducks all around. There were people playing baseball. There were people twirling like towels. There were people playing basketball. There were just so many people outside enjoying this weather, and it was just so fun to see. And I'm really glad that we got to go out there, kind of have a makeshift picnic on the steps of like that lead just straight to the river, and it was just so picturesque and so perfect and so beautiful, and honestly like a very peaceful day. And then after that, we took off. We went to a little coffee shop that's new, that's right across the street, basically from the lake. I had a nice fresh juice. Arjuna got a chai, and Bika got some like drip coffee, and everyone really seemed to like their drinks. So shout out to that fun little coffee shop. I don't know if I'll ever be back there, but hopefully Ambika goes there, and other people might like that one too if they're in the Green Lake area. But so we did that. That was really fun. And then we also just did like some really fun scenic driving throughout Seattle. We visited so many of the different districts and the little neighborhoods that Seattle has, which I didn't even know there were so many little areas of Seattle, because I think when you come here as a tourist, sometimes you only stick to the main downtown area. Maybe you stretch a little bit outside, but we explored so many different regions of Seattle that I didn't even know really existed. Like obviously I knew there were different regions here, like that's just how cities are in major cities, but it was really fun to kind of get a local's perspective of the different areas, kind of hearing a little bit of the history. And Mika's only been here for 3 years, but I feel like she's already done so much research on the neighborhoods and learned so much about the community at large. And so she gave us these fun little like facts and tidbits about each of the little boroughs and cities or regions that we went through. So that was really fun to kind of get that locals tour. And then we went to like a beachfront area that we drove by almost near sunset, not quite sunset yet, but it was just so beautiful, and it gave us an entire view of downtown Seattle. So that was really cool. And we had just such perfect weather. Like the skies were so clear that we can see all of the mountains for the most part. We saw Mount Rainier, the Olympics. We didn't see the Cascades because we just weren't on that side of Seattle, but we saw mountains like straight across the city. So we just had some amazing views. She took us to her place where we hung out for a little bit. We taste tested some of the candies that we brought her back from Ketchikan, Alaska, from our Alaskan cruise. If you haven't watched my Alaskan cruise video, that one just went up recently, so just check that out. I'll also leave that one linked in the description below. But yeah, after that we decided to go and get another chocolate chip cookie. So we had a kind of fun chocolate chip cookie tasting test. We went and got one from PCC in Green Lake, and then we went over to like the Metropolitan grocery store and we got their chocolate chip cookie. And I know we're supposed to be comparing them, but they were just two different styles of chocolate chip cookies that were just so good. I couldn't tell you that one was better than the other. But if I did have to go back and get only one of them, I think I might have to get the one at the Met grocery market, because it was just so like half baked and chocolatey and gooey. It did have some walnuts in it, I think, or pecans, but I didn't even really taste that nuttiness in there. It just added to the texture of the cookie. Like a slight crunch and a very soft cookie was just so good. So if you're looking for a really good cookie in Seattle, definitely go there, because that was fantastic. And again, I feel like that's only something that you're gonna get information on from a local, because like who's coming to Seattle as a tourist and going to the grocery store and going to try and find the best chocolate chip cookie? Like who would know that the best chocolate chip cookies are actually at 2 different grocery stores in Seattle? I wouldn't have known that. And then finally, kind of to close out our evening, we went to another district and we had some really incredible Thai food. It was just so delicious. So good. It's actually a Thai restaurant that Mads Mikkelsen goes to, the actor. Apparently that's how Ambika heard about it, because he just like randomly goes there sometimes. It's like one of his favorite Thai restaurants. So she decided to take us there, and no regrets. It was so good. The service was super quick, especially because we got there a little bit later and closer to the closing time, but the service was quick. The service was like nice and kind. They were good people, and the food was delicious. It is a bit spicy. Their lowest spice levels for their curries are like too spicy for me, so Ambika and Arjuna had to kind of eat those dishes for me, but that's okay because I just loved their salmon fried rice. Salmon fried rice, A+. That was really good. And then after that, we went to an ice cream shop, and oh my God, I forgot to tell you, we went to the bookstore. We went to Elliot's bookstore, and we got some really cool books, and we just hung out there. It was a really cool bookstore. I love going to bookstores. Like independent bookstores are awesome, and I like to support them, and so we definitely supported them. We got like 6 or 7 books between us. Let me show you the books that I got real quick. All right, it's called the Elliott Bay Book Company in Seattle, Washington. This is like their bag for their logo. I showed you this one in the store, but the first book I got is The Graveyard Shift by Maria Lewis. I'm excited to read this one. I was recommended this by another booktuber that I watch, Kalila. She's awesome. And I think one of her friends, when they went to a bookstore, they did a bookstore vlog. One of her friends got this book and it sounded really good. So I wanted to pick it up and try it out. And then the second book I got here is kind of a biography on Prince called This Thing Called Life by Neil Carlin. So this was on the bargain bookshelf and it was only $10, and I am a big fan of Prince. I love Prince, but I don't really know too much about his life, so I just picked this up because it's been a while since I read a biography and I'm intrigued to learn a little bit more about Prince. And this one is Goddess of the River. It's by Vaishnavi Patel, and this one is actually a book that Ambika, Arjuna, and I are all going to read together as kind of part of our book club. This one, it kind of just called out to us. It's similar to things that we've talked about. Ambika kind of resonated a lot with the story and the goddess in which this is about, and so we kind of found it fate when we were just dancing in the aisles of the bookstore because there was like a good song on, and we turned around and saw this one, and we had literally just been talking about this goddess here, and it just kind of felt perfect, so we decided to pick it up and have our own little 3-person book club and just read it together and talk about it, and it'll be a nice way to stay connected even when we're back in LA and she's still here in Seattle. So looking forward to reading this one, and yeah, that wraps up the books that I got at the Elliott Bay Book Company. So yeah, those are the books I got, and then the last thing we did yesterday was go to Molly Moo's to get some ice cream because I said it was one of the best ice cream spots. I did like it. I can't say I loved it, but that's just because I think we chose the wrong ice cream. We ordered the cookie dough ice cream, which I feel like most people, when they order cookie dough ice cream, they suspect it's a chocolate chip cookie. But we should have done a taste test because I think it was actually an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. So I didn't quite like the texture of it. It was a bit weird with like the oatmeal and the ice cream. It just wasn't for me. So I wasn't a big fan of that one. But the one Ambika got, Arjuna really liked. It's called Yeti. So if you're there, try that one because I heard that one's definitely a good one. So I'm just going to have to come back to Seattle, try that out, and find another flavor that I like. Because there were some other flavors that seemed really good that we didn't get. But we were honestly so full because we'd just been eating and munching all throughout the day. So I didn't even have a big appetite to begin with. I probably only had room for about one bite in that ice cream. So that's all right. I'll have to just come back and get some ice cream next time. After our ice cream shop, we realized it was close to like 10:30, 11 p.m. Ambika had to work the next morning, which is today. It's a Monday. We're off, obviously, because we're traveling today, but she had to go to work, and we were honestly just tired. So we called it a night, came back to our hotel, and just pretty much knocked out for the rest of the night and woke up this morning. So yeah, that's how our 24 hours in Seattle's went. We had a fantastic day. I felt like we saw so much of Seattle that I didn't expect to see here, and that's all because we got to come with kind of a local. Ambika, shout out to you. Thank you for showing us around and for like giving us the best locals view and tour of Seattle, because we definitely had a good time. I know I had a great time, and I'm honestly so excited to come back because the more I see of Seattle, the more I really like it. And I also want to come back to Washington in general because I want to do a Forks trip to Forks, Washington, and go to all the locations that they filmed in Twilight. So maybe I can plan a trip here in the fall or some other time this year, because I think that would be really fun to do because I am a big Twilight girly, and it is the 20th anniversary of Twilight this year. So maybe that might be my next trip up to the Pacific Northwest, but who knows? I don't know. We'll just see how that goes, and you'll just have to stay tuned. So if you're watching to this point and you liked it so far, I'm hoping you did. Why not hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a brown heart emoji in the comments letting me know that you've got to this point in the video, because anyone who's watching this far along, I really appreciate you. I mean, I appreciate anybody who clicks through and even watches 2 minutes of this video, but if you stayed here to the end, you're a special breed and you're amazing, and let's be friends. So leave that comment in the comment section, that emoji in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. I don't know what that's gonna be, so we'll both be in for a little bit of a surprise. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.